Hey, it's Gigagarb. Today I'm doing a review on the Nintendo Switch. This review is for those of you who are still on the fence about buying the system. I decided to make this video because some of my pals are wondering how my experience is going. I had handled the console before in the past when my friend Baby Dragon lent it to me. I got to play Super Mario Odyssey for a bit, but I didn't fully explore the system because it wasn't mine. I thought it was cool, but I hadn't been sold on getting one yet. During Black Friday weekend, I jumped on GameStop's deal where you could get a Nintendo Switch for $300 plus tax and get a $50 gift card. I figured I would use the $50 to pay off my copy of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Note: I did some heavy research before I dedicated myself to the purchase. I got some videos you should watch under Switch 101 in my playlist section. The first thing I did was look up some life hacks on how to mount the Switch's dock so it wouldn't scratch the screen. There was no way in hell I was gonna dock my new Switch when I had heard all over the net that the dock scratches your system. The Switch came out in early 2017 and I have no idea why Nintendo has yet to fix this issue. I chose to mod my dock with the electrical tape method. To me it was the easiest and best method I could find. That video is also in my Switch 101 playlist. By the way, when I take my Switch with me I disconnect the Joy-Cons and slide the system into one of my socks. I know it sounds funny, but it keeps my screen safe when I put it in my bag. The tablet portion of the device has some good weight on it. Everything is very sturdy. I love the way the Joy-Cons feel too. Something about the texture is very satisfying. I'd say the only thing that anyone has to worry about is the screen. You know, because it scratches easily. The operating system is very simple and kinda mimics the PS4 screen, where it shows off your library of games. I linked my Nintendo ID to my system so I can jump on the eStore. And here comes the juicy part. So I must have looked over the store for hours. I felt like I was looking at the reject games that didn't make it on Google Play or Steam. Sad to say, but there's not much here. Well, there is, but it's mostly garbage. The only two titles that caught my eye were Undertale and Hyper Light Drifter, but I already owned those titles. Even though Undertale was going for about $13 and Hyper Light Drifter was going for about $15. Why would I rebuy them? I ended up buying Sparkle 2 Evo for 50 cents and I downloaded Paladins, which was free and also free to play online. I haven't played Evo yet. I'm saving it for a rainy day, but I did start up Paladins. I went to the training mode within the first 45 seconds of navigating the menus and I realized that this game was just too extra. Not like Overwatch at all. But I guess they had to do what they had to so they wouldn't get sued by Blizzard, right? This got me thinking. Nintendo never has their shit together when it comes to online stuff. It really sucks that you can't obtain titles you previously bought on your other systems. Instead you have to rebuy them over and over again. This time there is no virtual console. What's up with that? There was just this weird app where you can play classic Nintendo games with your friends. This topic deserves its own video, so before I derail and get super pissed about that, because trust me, I am, let me continue with the review. So the library of games is a bit lackluster, if you don't have the cash to burn, that is. If that's the case, you won't be getting the most out of your system. I recommend getting at least 2 big titles with your purchase. My first buys with my Switch were Pokken Tournament with the DLC bundle, Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, and ARMS for my party game. The system's performance is pretty badass. Pokken is very fun and beautiful. I hope we get another DLC patch with more Pokemon to play as. If you get yourself going and playing the old cartridges of Red and Blue, Pokemon Let's Go is not a waste of money, and definitely not a waste to those who have not experienced Kanto. There is nothing like going through that region, it just feels like home. The colors are vibrant, and the music is the icing on the cake. Not to mention the little details you can find inside the houses and buildings like posters or very small pictures of people and their Pokemon. The mashup of the graphics from the Game Boy Advance was a neat design as well. All in all, it seems I didn't miss out on much since its release. So that means you didn't miss out on much either. Due to my patience, I feel like I actually jumped in at the perfect time. No regrets at all. I'm happy I bought the Switch, and I'm also happy with the titles I bought. I know I barely mentioned Super Mario Odyssey, but that's because I didn't buy it. Baby Dragon is letting me borrow it now that I have my own Switch, and I can tell you this much, it's really good. Everyone pretty much talks good about that game, so there's really nothing for me to evaluate there. I would have bought Brawl Out, a Smash clone, but with Smash almost here, I didn't feel like dishing out 25 bucks for it. If it was on special still for $10 on the eShop, I would have picked it up. All in all, a great buy. I'd say the best thing about the system is its mobility. and the capability to instantly break out 2 remotes for multiplayer. Another great thing is that party games are better than ever now. If you know people with a Switch already, guess what? You guys have 4 controllers between the 2 of you. eBay and Amazon are your best friend along with online flea markets. Some people get rid of their games cheap because it just wasn't for them. I was able to snag ARMS for only $30 on eBay, and I saw copies of Pokemon Let's Go going for only $45. Posting edible snapshots on Facebook is also pretty fun. Alright, well I hope this review helped you out. Till next time.
Oh dang. Oh snap!
It's the dream.